We are all blind. October 14th was World Sight Day. In this video, I will be describing the kinds of blindness the human race is plagued with. A good read to enlighten and forewarn you so that you do not fall prey to imposed blindness. Sight is what lies in front of us and vision is what lies ahead, says Thomas Hayden Church. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight, opines Helen Keller, but no vision. No matter what happens in life, never lose sight of who you are, is Yanni's point of view. Out of sight is out of mind, says Homer. What we see depends mainly on what we look for, says John Lubbock from Brainicoat. Set your sights high, the higher the better. Expect the most wonderful things to happen, not in the future, but right now. Realize that nothing is too good. Focus on your goals. Keep them in full sight. Never let interventions cause you to lose your focus. Shakespeare says, eyes are the windows of the soul. What we are inside, in our innermost being, flows through the eyes. If we are compassionate and merciful, it will manifest in our actions. If we are evil and malevolent, it results in a violent life. If you are not looking at the world through jaundiced eyes of presuppositions and presumptions, you will see with clarity. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. If he/she wishes to see beauty, even in plainness or ugliness, it is that person's prerogative. Sometimes it is our own partners in marriage that force us to become blind to their faults and their functions, their actions and their way of living. If we start doing this, the intensity of deception deepens and widens to engulf everything. So one must steer clear of such enforced blindness. Sometimes we ourselves become willingly blind out of choice and free will, as opposing and objecting to unpleasant things will only result in breaking the status quo and peace. This again is detrimental to our long-term interests, as with the passage of time, the erosion of the self reaches breaking point or a point of no return. To be blind in love too is another kind of blindness, where we tend to look at the world through rose-tinted glasses, wanting to see only that which is pleasing, loving and pleasurable, and becoming blind to that which is not so. Again, over time, this results in irreparable breaks in our relationships, resulting in separation, divorce, and orchestrated murders in the extreme cases. Then there is the person who is born blind. He/she never knows the beauty of the world as seen through sight. It is something that the person accepts as a scourge for life, like the song "I Am Nobody's Child" by Karen Young, where the blind boy, being an orphan, has a double jeopardy: no mom, no dad, and no sight. And nobody wants to adopt him. He's nobody's child. Please look it up in YouTube. The fourth kind is where one, for the most of his or her life, has been blessed with the gift of sight. Use this gift for the goodness of self and others, and then, due to diabetes, glaucoma, or other sight-related issues, becomes blind, as was the case with my mother. She, who was a teacher for most of her life, who was a role model for us kids. I am an MPhil PhD due to her inspiration. In addition, she had this singular dress sense that set her apart in every way. My daughter once exclaimed, looking at Mum's collection of dresses, "Grandma has a rainbow in her cupboard." Cover your eyes for a moment. You see darkness, but not darkness visible and suffocating, a darkness that consumes your very soul, and you, from being totally independent, become totally dependent. Your reading of books, watching television, cooking, gardening, looking at the beautiful flowers, food, sight, and aroma fails. Then it is like eating sawdust. And through it all, you maintain your equilibrium. Keep your peace, be still, offer everything up to God and His will. Can you do it? My mum did, and I saw it all up close. Hence, I salute her indomitable will, vision, and sight. Thank you.